was a profitable month for my trading account. Hello everyone, thanks for clicking on my video today. I'm Evan and you're watching Hef Trade here on YouTube. Thanks for clicking on the video. If you're looking for options content, this might be the place for you. Click the subscribe button and the like button below so you can be notified anytime I put out any new videos and post any trade ideas for you to take and possibly try in your trading account. Today we're going to talk about my recap for August trades, winners, losers, and scratches. And we're also going to talk about the trade setup that continues to be my powerhouse strategy. Stay tuned to the very end of the video to find out what that looks like. So I'm going to scroll up here and I'm going to go to the first trade that I put on at the beginning of the month, with that trade being this one for QQQ. So we're going to jump over to the chart and we're going to take a look what the beginning of the month of August looked like. It was quite dicey. So jump over to Thinkorswim here. I got a list of things going on here. So if I jump over to QQQ, the very first trade of the month, and I'm going to find where August began. It began somewhere around here. The market started in this downward motion, and a downtrend line was intact. And this is where my account started to take a little bit of heat at the end of July, and I lost some money, but I was maintaining my due diligence and following my trade plan that I set up for myself in the middle and towards the end of July so that I could find some consistency and some profitability, and it paid off throughout the rest of the month. So QQQ, I took a call credit spread here. You can see from my plan over here that I took a call credit spread. The IVR was on fire at 99, and I closed this trade for a scratch because a lot of I guess I was kind of worried about what was happening with the market. So that was trade number one. Moving over to trade number two. Trade number two I took was XOM. XOM put on a put credit spread. Ended up closing that for a scratch, and I put that trade on because I was looking for some divergence with the market. I was looking for the market to move higher on oil, and I didn't see that move come out in the beginning of August over here. And so as the market moved lower, I decided to take off this XOM trade and just call it a scratch so that I wouldn't have any losses on my hands. Moving over again to the next trade, this was UNG. So natural gas started to rip higher, and if you look here on the chart, I found a nice trade here with UNG. This was around the 6th of August. So jump back here, go to UNG. And UNG, I put this on right around here, and this ripped up pretty well, and my put credit spreads did pretty well in this move higher for natural gas, so that was a great trade for me. Next trade I put on after that ended up with a $99 winner, so that was pretty good. MMM. So this was something that I thought was going to be a pretty good trade. Ended up with a loser on this one. Jump over to the chart again. MMM right here. So after MMM had their earnings and they moved up higher, I thought that this move was a bit too quick, and I thought that there was going to be a nice pullback that came with it, and so I was thinking there was going to be, like a decent drop, and that never happened. And I had some call credit spreads at the 125, 130, and I decided, after I was wrong, being in the trade for a couple days, go over and look at my trade plan here. I was in the trade for a couple days, and I decided I'm going to take this off. I got a $92 loss out of that. So that was what I took away from MMM. Didn't really have the fall back into this gap that I was looking for, so just walked away with a small loss, or medium-sized loss, I guess. SPY was the next trade. Took a credit spread, put credit spread here as soon as the market hit the low around August 9. So go back over here and I look at SPY on August 9, and analyzing SPY on August 9, you can see that this was around this area here. The market did in fact hit a low, and it did a bounce off of this area here where I thought, you know what, if the market's going to keep going lower, then I need some long delta to make sure that my short positions that were on in my portfolio at the moment were protected, or we're going to play out, and this like long SPY position was going to be the one that was going to suffer. And in fact, that didn't happen. The SPY ripped higher, as you can obviously see on the chart, and I profited from that position, and that was a really good choice at that time. Looking back, making that choice and saying, let's just be mechanical. Let's just think about what's a good long position to play here, and I did. I put on that 515. I put on 515 and a 510. Put credit spread for that, so that was a really good move on my end. 515, 505, $2 credit received on that. Pretty good there. 137 winner. That was a home run in my eyes. Following that, I traded the Aussie dollar. First time ever trading futures on August 9th. Futures options. So that was a new thing to me. I didn't really know what to expect out of trading futures options, but I wanted to kind of dive into something new and figure out if I was missing something rather than just trading equities. So I have the Aussie dollar here, and I got into this trade on August 9, and I saw that this big move had been rejected, and so I saw here there was some movement higher, and based on the previous price action here in the middle of May of 2024, I saw that this was going to move higher and possibly just move back into this consolidation zone. So I figured this would be a good time decay play, and the Aussie dollar ripped higher, and it busted real quick. So that made me some good profits there, and that kind of fortified my my belief in trading futures options for a first time go there. So call it beginner's luck. $90 winner out of that. Lucky move, and moving on from there. AMD had a 135, 130 put credit spread. Closed it for a winner, $77. Called that a 41% winner, and that was kind of like a double. Hitting a double, hitting a single. So that was kind of like hitting a double for my account. UPS, I had a 125, 120. So I'll go back over here, and I collected a winner on that one. So we'll look at the AMD trade and the UPS trade. So AMD, I'm working with a prehistoric computer over here. Give me a few moments. AMD, I caught this move down here around August 9th and August 10, around there, and quick move higher. I felt that this was going to be a rejection area. Obviously I was looking at the RSI at the time, and I saw, maybe it's time to take this off and just take the winner and walk away. Great choice to do that. I would still be in this trade today had I not taken this off. So that was a really good choice in hindsight. UPS, the AMD and the UPS trades. The AMD and the UPS trades, I put those on pretty much at the same time. Saw this move lower out of poor earnings from UPS, and I saw this level right here, which was a multi-year support level, and so I decided to put on a trade for this as UPS dipped below this support line, thinking that there would be a rejection here. And what was the date that I put this on? 13th. So saw this rejection off of this low support line here, and on the 13th, just as it bounced off, excuse me, just as it bounced off of the support area, decided to do a put credit spread, and I got a little bit of a move higher, but not a lot as I was expecting. I was kind of expecting this gap here to get filled, and it never really made it through the gap area, and so I took a small winner on that one, just about a single, 30%, and it hit the stop. But that was because I moved my stop up as the trade became profitable. I moved my stop to break even, and then I moved the stop to 30%, and it hit the stop, and then it took me out of the trade. But looking back, I think that was a good choice, and I'll keep doing those types of trades. Hitting singles is never going to be a bad thing for me, as long as I'm able to manage my risk and manage my losers. ZS. This is a trade that I still have open for soybeans, so I have to close that trade in the next coming weeks, in the next couple days, in the beginning of September. QQQ, I saw a call credit spread be put on 490, 495. Put that on August 21st. Jump back over to QQQ, trade the Qs and the SPY quite a lot. You can obviously see I don't have a lot of tickers that I've traded throughout the month. This was on August 21st. And yep, I put this on right here, right around the top. And I got a nice move lower out of this. Stopping the trade out here around the 50% line. It did not hit my take profit, but it did hit my stop where I moved the stop progressively higher, managed to get a 48% winner out of that with a triple play, hitting a triple on that one, and move on to the next one. Uber, saw a good potential trade here with Uber with a debit spread. Don't normally trade debit spreads, but looking at Uber, this is the mentality, the thought that I had behind trading this Uber trade here. Saw this resistance line here as a good area to go short. This pushed higher around the 21st, 22nd, and the Qs were also starting to looking like they were going to move lower. So I took a Uber trade lower with a put debit spread. I got a little bit of a move down, but didn't get a massive move as I was expecting with all of this huge run up coming in to this area. So I took a small win on Uber, and like I said before, decided to just move on, take a single, 47 bucks, 23%. Closed this trade because it hit my end of the month rule, 21 days to expiration rule. That's part of my trading rules that I have in my Discord here, and I keep the Discord just for myself. So maybe in the future, if you're a subscriber, you'll be invited to join the Discord. But that'll be to discuss at a later date. And SPY here, the August 28th SPY, I took this at 540, 530, 164 credit received, and made that a winner, $52 at a 31% winner. And last but not least, this trade, in fact, I put on in the middle of August, or in the beginning of August, August 5th. It was a broken wing butterfly as the market was towards the lows, and that was what I mentioned earlier. I put on that 515, 505 put credit spread to kind of counteract this 530, 535, 545 broken wing butterfly. And my stop unfortunately got breached on this trade, and so I held this trade as kind of a hedge against everything else that could be moving against my portfolio to the low side. And this hit me for a pretty big loss, 259. But still, at the end of month rule, took this trade off, 21 days to expiration. Decided, you know what, I'm just going to take it off. I could have held on to this trade and only had $70 left to lose, but I decided, since I've been having a good month, keep that 70 bucks in the account and let's keep moving. So overall, the trade that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the setup that continues to be my powerhouse strategy, the one thing that is the consistent strategy I use throughout the month, you'll see here. If I look at XOM, one of the things, I don't think I saw XOM in this opportunity, but if you look at SPY, one of the things that I saw here for SPY, it was, it crossed over the 50 line here on the RSI. Qs, this was really evident. One of the things that I saw here in the Qs was a bearish divergence. RSI moving down, and you can see that the Qs continue to move higher, and that was spot on. That was a great trade, great movement there. UPS, like I mentioned earlier, this was off of the multi-year support level, in addition to this bullish divergence that I noticed, so that was my conviction there. UNG, definitely with some bullish divergence here, oversold on this time frame, all the way even back to here. Oversold, 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 and then ripping higher. So catching this trade as the UNG was moving down and the oversolds were moving higher, definite conviction there. Aussie dollar, same situation, massive bullish divergence. And last but not least, with the /ZS, massive bullish divergence here. So Obviously, as you can tell, I am a fan of the bullish and bearish divergences. I think that this is going to be my wheelhouse, and I will stick with this strategy. If this is something that you can use in your account and to help you grow your account, I would recommend it. Not financial advice, just here to share my experience with you. And if this is something that you can benefit from, then great for you. But this is just my journey. I'd love to have you on it. Just click the subscribe button and the like button below. Evan from Hef Trade. Have a great day.